Hello and welcome once again to another Jurassic World Evolution video. And first thing to say here is that is completely weird looking, isn't it? I mean, look at that, it looks like a face. That was completely unintentional, I assure you. When I saw it though, I was like, gotta get a screenshot of that. That just looks, it looks like something out of like, that would fit an old Nickelodeon cartoon or something, you know? But anyway, this is a race I did early last month, around about early October. This was before the medium carnivore race that I did. And I forgot to mention this in that video. This one's a lot longer. It's going to be a pain in the ass to edit, I just know it. It's going to be a pain to record it. It's much like the medium carnivore race thing I did. It's going to be... This was essentially I recorded 4 halves of this bloody race with the inbuilt capture card on the PS4, but because that is just way too much of a pain in the ass to transfer it, I'm going to record it off my capture card, which makes it all the more convoluted. Probably going to make it so the audio will desync, some of the video will skip properly. It's going to be a bit annoying, but anyways, this race has all the dinosaurs that are herbivores that are in any DLC, essentially. I'm not sure what title I will title this as. Essentially, it's gonna have like the new herbivore pack thing that was quite a while back now. So you'll have Dryosaurus, Homalocephale, Nigersaurus, Iguanodon, which was part of the Cretaceous pack, and Dreadnoughtus, which was part of the Cretaceous pack. Essentially, I wanted to like put all the herbivores that were in DLCs, not including like the expansion edition thing, or where they had like, it's like, oh, you gotta buy the better version, otherwise you get a DLC, you know. Which I find annoying. What happened to games that had it all on the disc? What happened, man? Now that pretty much changed like probably a decade ago by now, but it just gets worse and worse for that, isn't it? Anyway, so those 5 dinosaurs are going to race from the bottom or top, depending how you want to look at it, of Isla Pena. They're going to race all the way from there, all the way to the bottom or top, whichever one you see it. Basically where that face is. That's their final destination. The middle half is their first destination. Who will win? Who will lose? It's 2 minutes in. Let's get the show on the road. I will start racing. 3, 2, 1. So, I mean, it looks like a foot as well, doesn't it? It looks like some weird genie thing. Man, look at that face. I remember that I just like, was like, okay, water there and water there, and it just ended up looking like that. It's perfect. At first, the slowest of them all, Dreadnoughtus. I remember this because when I was like incubating the dinosaurs, Dreadnoughtus took for freaking ever. Because when you like add in hatchery capacity, so you get all 5 slots, you don't get any space to add in like increased time or anything, so it took forever. Much like this race in general. Ridiculous. Like probably 40 odd minutes overall this is gonna be. I'm gonna have to split into 2 separate recordings. Maybe combine them into one video. We'll see. Contestant number 1, Dreadnoughtus, is not happy with this place. Look, you see that, right? That you saw the gate, right? Keep that in mind. I was like, okay, hold your horses. It's gonna like, I'm gonna open the gate once all contestants are there. Just see what happens later on. It's just like priceless. This whole race is priceless. It's completely unexpected. It's just like it has a lot of twists and turns, but it's long as hell. There you go, Nigersaurus. Who I didn't have for the sauropod race, because I did the sauropod race before the DLC pack came out with Nigersaurus and all that. Or maybe it did and I just hadn't bought it yet. And now we got Iguanodon. I cannot look at Iguanodon and not think about our dinosaur. That tree kind of gets in the way there, doesn't it? And we got the smallest dinosaur possibly in the game currently, Homalocephale. I think I just went with the default skins for the race. Look at this. Look at this little shit. It's like, oh, he's going for it. He's going to bypass the gate because he's so small he can get around it. Final contestant, Dryosaurus here. And look, Dryosaurus is like, I don't care about your gate. I'm going to go right around the freaking fence. It's like, you cheeky bastards, open the gates. The nerve, man. The absolute nerve. Look at him go. He's already there. It's ridiculous. I think I'd like started this with, did this race with the sandbox settings set to the standard, so they still got like all their needs and all that, which aren't quite met, as you can see, because they're like, this place sucks, it's not got enough trees and grass. And he's like, I need a buddy. But yeah, two sauropods obviously aren't going to be particularly quick on it. They've already got that Homalocephale already going right to the water. Just like, looking at this, you'd be like, how could this race spread to 4 individual parts if it's going this quickly? Well, you'll soon find out just how ridiculous this race gets. It starts off so well, but it just goes completely in the toilets pretty quickly. Well, at a slow pace, I should say. I forgot what I did there with that. Oh wait, I think it was probably to... what was it? What did I do? I forget. Ah yeah, that stuff. Because I was only messing around with sandbox settings not too long at that point, so I wasn't quite, you know. I mean, I'd use sandbox on Noogle and all that, but... and even then, I'd leave on all the social requirements and all that, you know, for the added challenge. So, Homalocephale and Dryosaurus doing well so far. Iguanodon still munching on the feeder there. Nigersaurus slow but steady. Very slow, it's not even moving. Nigersaurus like, do I walk? Do I have to? I don't wanna. Dreadnoughtus, the slowest in this whole race. It's like, do I have to walk? And you see what I mean about this race though, right? It starts off really promising. Every dinosaur, apart from the sauropods, just rushing towards the feeders and the water. And it's just like, you got these two slow sauropods in the back. So I have to wait for them to get all the way down there before, you know, opening the gate to the next and final destination, you know? You know, the annoying thing is, because I've got to split into 4 parts, when I go to the next part, I'll have to press L1 twice, because if I press L1 once, it'll just go back to the start of this recording instead of the one that comes after it, which is a little annoying as well, you know? You know, everything kind of, oh, he's at least finally there, but everything snail pace. Everything, like, started out so quickly, and then it just kind of goes to a very, 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 very slow pace. They got rid of the feeders because they're just like, yeah, they're gonna take forever to get there anyway. That's the trouble with putting sauropods in a race with any other dinosaur, because they're so slow, they pretty much make everything else slow down to a crawl, pretty much. Look at Nigersaurus going. It has a very unusual run. And look at that. It's like his legs kind of do a glitchy run every now and then. Like, Homalocephale, I'm gonna go past you. Nigersaurus would probably kill Homalocephale if it ran into it, I'd imagine. Which it does. It's freaking maybe the smallest sauropod in the game, but it's still pretty damn big. If you think about it, it's true for your mimus and all that. Like, oh, those are small herbivores. They're still big. You see them next to the human NPCs, and they're freaking still bigger than them. They're not like, oh, I'm dead now, just wait a couple hours. You know, could you imagine riding on the back of Dreadnoughtus? Be the slowest way to get anywhere, wouldn't it? You'd be like, wow, it's cool, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm bored now. When do we get to the destination? I need to use the toilets. And Dreadnoughtus is just like, where's the feeder? Oh, it's behind me, oh. Sorry, I didn't see you there. And look at this cheeky little shit. Dryosaurus going around the gates. And the other thing is, spoiler a bit, but they tend to freaking end up going on the other sides of the fence on either side of the island as well, which increases the incredibly slow pace of this race. It's ridiculous. So keep that in mind. It's going to get ridiculous, but the payoff to all this is just perfect. It's incredibly slow, but it's perfect. So it's just like, screw it, open the gates. It's because getting all these dinosaurs to move in an orderly fashion is just never works, does it? You know, Homalocephale is so small that you could mistake it for a bush, depending on the angle, honestly. I mean, that seems a bit absurd, but it's about the size of some of them. It's like if you put down, like, I forget which one it is. I don't think it's coastal. It's some of the greenery you can put down, plants and all that. I sometimes would mistake it for a dinosaur or a goat. As absurd as that sounds. But yeah, welcome to the race. The slowest race that's ever existed. And that was that. That's the first half of 4. So I will get to the second bit by pressing L1 twice in 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. So the race continues. Well, it doesn't really. It's pretty much hit a brick wall, or a fence, if you will, here. I mean, the fence, the gate is open, But I'm still waiting for Dreadnoughtus to get his ass down there, or her ass, whatever gender it is. I mean, it's got 100% of the, well, but the dinosaurs don't have 100% frog DNA, but you know how the whole thing was all like, because the frog DNA, they could switch gender, so it could be either male or female, you don't know. So they didn't alter the genes or anything, not that it really matters anyway. Look at them, they're just like, oh, let's go over here. Like the finish line's the other way. You know what I find annoying about the maps in this game is you see those lines, those indicate where you can't build anything. And like, it feels like there's some spots where it just doesn't make sense, you know. So you can't build on some parts. And what always annoys me is some of the islands that have like a lovely beach and you can't do anything there. You can't have it so like the dinosaurs could go down there or anything. And it's understandable you can't place buildings there, but you know, imagine having it so the dinosaurs could go down to the beach, down to where the water is and everything. It'd look cool. No. Dreadnoughts slowly making their way down towards the water. What a majestic sight. It only took forever. I mean, it's 16 minutes into the recording now. 2 minutes of that at least was me rambling before starting, but still. This race has been going on a while now, and only now has Dreadnoughtus made it to point A. But nobody has made it to point B, which is the finish line. With all the feeders. I mean, it is quite a distance down, isn't it? So it would definitely take them quite a bit to be able to pick up on the feeders and the water there. And that was the big mistake I made with this. It's like when I did the medium carnivore race, I'd like at that point I'd figured it out more or less. Get the right distances, like, you know, just have water in the middle, but not too far away so the dinosaurs can't pick up on it. And then have the feeders at the end, but you know, to a point where like once they get to the water, they can pick up on the scent of the feeders and go from there. Yeah, this bit right here is like, ah, oh, god damn it, diseases are on, that sucks. So, any second now I'm gonna end up building a ranger station. This race was a complete disaster, a complete cluster. But it pays off in the end, though. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's slow something. I can't remember the phrase I'm thinking of. Slow burn. Is that the phrase I'm thinking of? I don't know. And then it's like, god damn it, I can't even go any room to put down a ranger station. Look at those people there. It's like, we came to see the dinosaur race, but we don't get to see them because they're all the way down there. I hate that. Look at that. It's just like, it looks, the way the path connected there. But I was like, I don't care, just build the bloody station so we can get down there and cure them of the disease. We also got rid of the water. I can't remember. I think I just did this myself. I think. Oh yeah, the ranger station's still good. I don't know. I think I might have set the rangers to do the, you know, medicating on their own. But I definitely used the bloody Jeep quite a bit in this race. You'll see as it goes on, because this drags on so much. Yeah, I just understood. Had them do that, man. Confirmed. That way. Nigersaurus technically leading the race, but pretty much gone to sleep. It's just like, I can't be asked. I mean, Dryosaurus and Homalocephale did really good right off the bat. at, but because the feeders and water is so far away, they can't pick up on the scent. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass. And I'd left out a bit of water there. Why is its health going down anyway? Oh, it's recovering actually, never mind. And look at them, they're like way out there, man. They're all spread out. Like, get over there.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
I can't remember when I started taking control of the Jeep. Dreadnoughtus and Nigersaurus. Two dinosaurs you don't expect to be in the lead right now, but they are somehow. Because everyone else has very small brains. They've just completely lost the plots. They do not know what to do. Dreadnoughtus is like, hey Nigersaurus, we can do this. Those idiots don't even know what they're doing. And Nigersaurus is like, well, I don't know what I'm doing either. It's like, wow. Homalocephale, come on man, you're starving. Well, you're not starving, you're hungry, but you're getting there. Pecking out the floor. Well, the ground, I should say. Iguanodon is just like, I'm gonna sleep. Dryosaurus is roaming around. Dreadnoughtus. Just like, well, I'm tall. that's all Dreadnoughtus has to say. We can do this, Nigersaurus. Slow and steady, as they say. The size difference, though, man. I mean, this race really has just completely stopped at this point, doesn't it? There's nobody really doing anything. They're just kind of doing their own thing, but none of the things they're doing is going to the finish line. They're just all kind of wandering around occasionally and just stopping to do nothing. Hey, look, it's right down there. But none of these dinosaurs can... Maybe it's a size thing. Maybe they can't see it because their range of sight, but this point is screwed. I've tried to lure them down with the Jeep. You know what? It would be useful that one helicopter thing you could do in Operation Genesis to lure dinosaurs in a certain direction. That'd be perfect. I mean, it took so long that the feeders that they need resupplying, like, it's ridiculous. But gotta move on! I hate that. You see how the Jeep gets stalled down? There's always bits of land when that happens. You gotta smooth out the land, otherwise it doesn't just about happen. Especially happens when there's trees around. It's like all that wasted food right there. Like, the slowest race that's ever been. Jesus Christ, look at Iguanodon. He's like closer to the start than he is the finish line. That face says it all. He's like, this race started off so well and now it's gone completely to crap. Oh wait, that was it. Okay, that was the second half. Still, nobody's got past the finish line. It's ridiculous. But I'll stop recording there. And then I'll record a bit after that to get the last two halves of this race and see how this race concludes. It is completely ridiculous, to say the least. But yeah, I'll be back after that. And I'm back. You know, that made no sense. Then the second I stopped recording, I was like, I'll be back after that. It's like, that made no sense at all. Anyways, time for the second half of the race. I think if I put this all together in one, just have this one long video, like combining all 4 sections and 2 recordings here with the capture card of the capture card, which is weird. I think I'll have like this image, well, 2 images of a Parasaurolophus that I took when I was like playing on challenge modes on Nublon North. And basically what happened was a Parasaurolophus collided with the Jurassic tour truck, and it was an hilarious sight. So that's all I gotta say to that. Anyways, it starts the third half of this race in 3, 2, 1, 0. Is that really it? I can't tell. It better be. I don't know. Is this where we left off? No, it isn't. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. Nope. Jesus Christ, that was a bit of a cluster, but here we are. It wasn't working, I was pressing it twice, but it kept playing the same video there. But here we go. The Jeep driving up the entire island, which is a very small island, really, isn't it? And what a place to make a freaking park, more or less, you know? It's like, oh, we're gonna have dinosaurs. You know, most of them are freaking huge. Not all of them, but a lot of them are pretty damn big. And we're gonna have it in the very small islands. And we're also gonna have restaurants, hotels. Granted, you only need like, I think 1 or 2 hotels to get a 5-star in Pena. Still, it's kind of a ridiculous place to build, you know, a park like this. And it's just like, come on, Iguanodon. This game really does need something like Operation Genesis did with the thing. I forget what it is, but it pretty much makes it so that the dinosaurs will go like in whatever direction you're signaling. Poor Dryosaurus is starving. That fence is not put together correctly, was it? Homalocephale also starving. Because they just can't seem to pick up on the bloody feeders and water. It's ridiculous. And granted, it is quite a fair distance there. I think, yeah, at this point I was like, okay, let's try to, like, lure them in by giving him, like, some piercings, you know, right below his, like, on his chin, you know. Dreadnoughtus, Nigersaurus. The only two that are past the gates. Meanwhile, Dryosaurus, Homalocephale are past opposite fences on the wrong side, and Iguanodon is heading towards the start. Remember in the medium carnivore race, if you saw that, how baryonic, what I said about baryonics? Basically, what I meant with the baryonics thing is, in a similar race, the same thing happened. It got to the, except not really, because it got to the finish line, but then it went all the way back through the place. A lot of the carnivores kind of like, isn't that aggressive horde, man? It's like, come on, get a move on! But yeah, in this carnivore race I did that I didn't record, with all the large and medium carnivores, a lot of them would just go back to the start of the bloody race rather than go towards the feeders. It's ridiculous. It really gets drawn out, you know. The only successful ones that have like where it's gone kind of smoothly was the sauropod one and the medium carnivore one. I think the way to go about these type of scenarios is to make it so that the racetrack is absurdly long.
Asset hit.
And look at the state of this race, man. The two dinosaurs that were right on the feeders from the get-go, the ones falling behind here. I mean, the Iguanodon's falling behind even further still. It's like, come on, Dryosaurus, get your ass over here. I should have, like, put some rocks there as well to maybe further block off that part of the island. Or, you know, just make an entire giant enclosure so they wouldn't go across there. But they'd probably still find a way. I mean, the Jeep can't find a way. But they find a way. And look at that! Do you see that down there? Freaking Nigersaurus. Slow and steady wins the race. Holy shit. Dreadnoughtus, I mean, not Nigersaurus. Dreadnoughtus, the slowest dinosaur in the entire race. Slow and steady wins the race. Coming to life here. This is truly just, I mean, really. It's like the tortoise and the hare thing. It's like, it's that essentially. Dryosaurus, Homalocephale, they were the hare in this scenario. They were too preoccupied with showing off or something, I don't know. That they didn't count on the fact that Dreadnoughtus had its sights on the finish line this whole time. I mean, I guess it would make sense. Dreadnoughtus is so tall it would be able to see the feeders from far away, I'd imagine. Because it can see from so high up, they'd probably spot the water and all that. While, you know, Homalocephale and Dryosaurus are kind of screwed on that. But yeah, one unexpected winner, the one who took the longest to get to point A, got to point B before everyone else and won the race. Dreadnoughtus. Insane. Nigersaurus, on the other hand, is still kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just stuck by a gate. Homalocephale and Dryosaurus and Iguanodon still going further back to the start of the bloody race. And then it was like, okay, fine. I have to make another feeder there. Just try to lure them in. Because it just wasn't working at all. So I just kept placing feeders down. It's like, come on, you gotta pick up on one of them at least. I wonder if it's based on sight, though. Like, if they can't see the feeder, maybe that's why they can't pick up on it. I don't know how it works. I don't know if anyone knows how it works, to be honest. Dreadnoughtus won the race, probably because he was able to see the feeders. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because it was indeed slow and steady wins the race. Except if you're like, you know, Iguanodon that was back there sleeping. That's not going to win you any races. Can you imagine that in an actual race? Like in the Olympics or something, just like, okay, the race begins. They like sprint for like 1 second, then they just stop and take a nap. It's just like, what the hell are you doing? You know what? I gotta say, I hate, you know, having to medicate or tranquilize small dinosaurs in this game because it's a pain in the ass. It's so hard to hit. Like when I play on Jurassic difficulties, Cryptid Mimus always annoys the shit out of me because the constant freaking common cold spreading amongst them, and they're a pain in the ass. They run all over the place. And while they're a bigger target than the Homalocephale is, they're still not the biggest, you know? And then they hide in the trees, and it's a pain in the ass. By the time I get to one of them, another one gets the common cold, and then it's like, god damn it. And it's common for a reason, and it's... Holy shit! Nigersaurus! Go, 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 go! Slow and steady wins the race! The two slowest contestants are the ones to win this race. I told you, this had a very unexpected outcome. I was not expecting Dreadnoughtus and Nigersaurus to be the ones to finish the race before everyone else. But there you have it, Nigersaurus in second place. It's like it's going in order of slowest to fastest here, isn't it? Like being fast doesn't mean shit. It's all down to stamina, man. And, you know, being able to freaking pick up on the scent or sight or whatever of the feeders in water. That obviously screwed over the smaller herbivores in this race. Homalocephale is like, come on, Homalocephale. You can pick up on the feeders, they're just down there. You're starving? You're really thirsty? Come on, it's just down the road. Oh, did you see that? He's like looking for water, and then he's like, I'm going to sleep. Like, damn it. Dinosaur's is like, I still don't know what to do. I was looking for food, and then it's not. I don't get how that happens. Is it like a glitch or something? It's like it seems like they momentarily pick up on the feeder, but then lose its scent or whatever immediately after. Or if it's just them like trying to look, like scan the area for food and not find anything, and then it's like, I guess I'll just sleep then. Come on, Homalocephale. So, that's the end of that part. Okay, we're gonna go to the fourth and final half of this race. In 3, 2, 1, 0. Never mind. 3, 2, 1. Nope. There we go. God damn, I hate that. That's annoying. Just because it's backwards. If it was forwards, it'd be much easier. Because then I just press R1.
Task received.
But no. So our contestants are still not doing anything. They're just kind of... well, not doing anything, pretty much. This is the slowest race. It's weird, isn't it? That's like the slowest bit of this race really comes down to the herbivores that can actually move pretty damn quickly. But it's all because they can't pick up on the bloody feeders. It's so frustrating. Then it's like, okay, slightly further down, come on, somebody pick up on the bloody feeder. And then Iguanodon's like, oh, I sense it. I sense it now. It's just slightly further and he doesn't even use the gates because he's a rebel. Iguanodon going for that third place perhaps, which would kind of, well actually if you think about it, Homalocephale is going for it. Dryosaurus is still sleeping. I mean, Homalocephale is fast and like moves like really fast, but it isn't really fast compared to the bigger herbivores, you know, like Iguanodon. Iguanodon's technically faster. It's just that Homalocephale has that insane sprint. I mean, look at him go! It's like he's not stopping for anything. But it's kind of like gone in kind of reverse order in a way, isn't it? It's how it started out. Dreadnoughtus started off doing the worst, and then Nigersaurus, but they're the ones that were first and second. And Iguanodon was the third to get to point A, so maybe Iguanodon will come in third. And then you got, I'm not sure who got there first, I think it might have been Homalocephale when it came to point A, and then it was Dryosaurus. Dryosaurus still hasn't picked up on the feeders, because Dryosaurus is an idiot. I mean, come on, Dryosaurus. Oh, Homalocephale is like, hey, see you later, Iguanodon. I'm going for that third place. Iguanodon's still munching away. Any second now, Iguanodon's going to realize it and be like, oh, you son of a... Look at him go! Or her. Whichever. And Homalocephale comes in first. I see the water, you know, here is pretty much the, you know, finish line for this race. Look at Iguanodon, it's only just now turned around, but look how quick Iguanodon gets here compared to Homalocephale. I mean, if Iguanodon was going at that pace the whole time, Iguanodon would have gone third place, but he just had to take the time with it. Give me water! Look at the size difference. So there, Iguanodon comes in at fourth. Which leaves Dryosaurus in dead last. And still nowhere near picking up on the bloody feeders. Because of course. So have to place them down even further. It's like, come on, Dryosaurus. Still hasn't picked up on it. Like, come on, Dryosaurus. It was like 40 odd minutes of this, man. It was ridiculous. Dryosaurus is just down the path. Dryosaurus must have some really terrible detection of like feeders and stuff, because seriously it's not too far away from where the Dryosaurus is. You know, one thing that also boggles in my mind is that if you play on challenge mode, right, Dryosaurus has like the lowest stat of any dinosaur in the game, right? And on challenge mode, like with the default settings and all that, the dinosaurs, you unlock it at freaking 4-star rating. I mean, why at 4-star rating? You get picking Homalocephale and Nigersaurus before that. Why is Dryosaurus only available at 4-star rating when it's the lowest rated dinosaur? It makes no sense. It's finally picked up on the feeder though. Go! Go! I wonder which one is faster though. Like Dryosaurus or Homalocephale. I mean, Dryosaurus is a bit bigger than Homalocephale. So I'd imagine the size would increase, like, how much ground it can cover compared to Homalocephale. But I wonder if Dryosaurus is actually faster. Look how far down it still has to go to get to the water, though. It's like a ninja going through the grass there with the camera pan and all the way down there, isn't it? It's like a dramatic zoom. Oh man, that's nauseating a bit, isn't it? It's like, ah! Going so fast, and Dryosaurus is like, where is Dryosaurus? Oh, there you are. Dryosaurus is going for it! Stops and immediately goes. At least it didn't stop. Like, you know, sometimes the dinosaurs would have paused for the longest time before continuing to run. Which is annoying when that happens. Dryosaurus is going for it. The music is picking up. It's all lovely dramatic. For last place, Dryosaurus at least will get across the finish line. Gotta have it in dramatic slow motion. The look on Dryosaurus' face there. I made it, guys. I came in last place. Oh. Well, I have an adorable face and you don't, so I win. He's literally got the puppy dog eyes. Dryosaurus finally at least made it to the finish line. Significantly, like, much later than every other contestant in this race. Dreadnoughtus is in first, Nigersaurus over here in second. I mean, once that happened, it seemed like the race was like kind of gonna be like Iguanodon would be third, but nope. It was Homalocephale that came in third. Had a surprise comeback at the end there, you know. And last place was Dryosaurus, but fourth place was actually Iguanodon. Iguanodon, you could have easily come in third place, but you were too preoccupied with eating. I mean, he was eating and then Dryosaurus in last place. I mean, Iguanodon was eating quite a bit of time before Homalocephale arrived to eat, so it's ridiculous. Should have been able to win that third place. But yeah, with that, look at that face. It's beautiful. That was a long ass race and I hope you enjoyed it. It was very slow, but the result unexpected, with Dreadnoughtus coming in first and Dryosaurus in last. But it was an interesting one, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. I think I'll, like I said in the medium carnivore race video, maybe make some more, like, you know, now that I think I've got a general idea of how to make the track so it works, you know, like halfway point, water, and then the finish line, feeders. We'll lure them to the water, and then from there, they will be drawn to the feeders at the finish line. Works better that way. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that, and that is all. Peace out.